Welcome back. Let's talk about work. There are countless quotes about how work shapes your life, your purpose, and of course the added incentive of paying your bills. You've very likely heard that there's no food for lazy man. And lazy is used in the context of a person who has no job, or maybe who has a job but is not productive. Our parents have given us pieces of advice, about how we need to work hard, how we need to find something good doing, how we need to have a legitimate business. If and when you have kids, you will very likely tell them about the value of work. There's dignity in labor. I could go on and on talking about the importance of work. Matter of fact, I'm working right now, and I'm hoping you are as well. So we all need to work. It defines our lives, gives us purpose, gives us something to look forward to. Our destinies are connected to work we have done. At a professional level, at the family level, on a personal level, we all need to work. So, naturally, going by that, one would say that a person who works harder would very likely be more successful. Well, not entirely. There are lots of hard workers that don't make it very far. But the truth is, for those who have attained sustainable success, they work really well. Whether they decide to make it hard or smart, they have to work. And so, one might also assume that you show all your energies to working. Do that. Can't you have it? Don't work very important, doing praises being successful. But while we are concerned, some studies, that's the problem with this study. I don't know, they don't know what, but unfortunately they found. If you've seen me, you know I know my way around food. I want to talk less. The when listen, let's go for spaces that have things warning on those test. I'm hoping this one had what was medium. Now, like I said earlier, I'm hoping that you're listening from work, or that you remember what your work life is like. Do you take meal breaks at your office or at your workplace? Is that something you guys do? Do you guys have a particular time where everybody goes and they're allowed to eat for maybe 30 minutes, 1 hour, and then they come back to revisit work? Because they claim that those offices are more productive. I wish I had the resources to have an independent assessment, right? Give 2 teams the same project. I need this done in 2 weeks or 6 months. Yeah, 6 months would be a longer time. Have one team observe meal breaks, 12 to 1 or 1 to 2. Have the other team have no meal breaks, 9 to 5 straight. Let's see who gets to the destination faster. If you have a lot of money, maybe you can join me on this experiment. But the benefits of going on meal breaks, they say, it gives you the energy to carry on because you're eating, so you're refueling. It helps you to bond over mealtime. When people gather at the cafeteria, they're gisting, they're talking. Maybe there's a bit of gossip here, talking about the boss who is talking too much or shouting too much. And yeah, it kind of helps with bonding. And some people use the time to actually rest. They just take a break, call loved ones, or do things they cannot do while working. So again, I ask, with your work, do you take meal breaks? Are there spaces for you to eat? You guys gather somewhere to have a meal. I know that those in the informal sector, there's always a canteen somewhere, Mama put. If you go to most motor parks, the drivers have one woman, Madam, put rice. Add kanda. If you get beans, we know they use, put them. Right? They eat. So for those in offices, is it the same for you? And what is the source of your food? Do you bring food from home? We've noticed that more women bring food from home. Well, because they do more of the cooking. Do you eat at the cafeteria? Do you guys have a canteen where you can buy food at the office? Or do you, like big boys, order food online and they deliver it to your office and you're looking all classy and cool? What is the source of your food? Do you guys have meal breaks at work? And does it really help with bonding? Do you believe the survey? 08179230002. I'm 2 minutes away from my first break, so I can squeeze in one call before the break. 0817-923-0003. WhatsApp is 080-903-06416. We're talking about workplace feeding culture. Do you have meal breaks at your workplace? Does it make you more productive than those who may not? And do you believe the survey? Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
The ASC Ostuma Mamodu retired.
All right, please go ahead.
You see, the mini break
Mm.
is the heart of any an organization.
Oh, really?
Yes. After your 7 o'clock hour, then you now go to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay.
Go and get a mini break to refresh yourself.
Okay.
And you genocide a lot of energy again.
Okay.
Then you go back to work.
Interesting.
Then the productivity of those people who stay in the office that does not need break. I tell you, that one spend more than them.
Really? That's interesting. I'm hoping that we can have this experiment. But after the break, we talk some more about your work and food. Stay with me.
The show continues after this break on Nigeria Info.
Back to Hello Port Hacker to 92.3 Nigeria Info. I'm Sam Oracle Chinedu. This morning we are talking workplace feeding culture. Some experts who at the time had nothing doing decided to do a study, and they discovered that meal breaks lead to higher productivity, greater job satisfaction, a more balanced emotional health, and stronger desire to go above and beyond. So offices and workplaces that allow staff members to go on a break, lunch break, or some have breakfast as well. In some offices, you get tea or coffee in the morning. Those offices have more productive team members than those that do not. Now, of course, this will be validated by the workers. So I'd like to hear about your work. Do you take meal breaks at work? Do you guys have an official time, say 12 to 1 or 1 to 2, where you are allowed to go and have lunch? Or in the informal sector where you can eat whenever you get hungry? Do you think that taking those breaks make you more productive? Now, some of the benefits, like I said, when you eat, you refuel. You haven't had anything since morning because you left the house quite early. So when you have lunch or whatever meal it is, you have the energy to carry on till 4 or 5. You bond over mealtime. If you guys have a designated area like a cafeteria where you can sit and eat, the food and the eating goes with a little gossip. You talk about some things that happen at work. You talk about your personal lives, and it helps with bonding. Some people don't actually eat with that time. They use it to rest, take a break, call family members. Some will just walk around. And there is a new part to this. We have heard that some people use the meal breaks to collect other people's man. This is not an attack on any gender or any person, but, by saying other people's man, you know who's doing the collecting. A lady sees a guy that she likes, and she cooks very well. So what does she do? She brings food for 2 of them. And before you know, today they are eating, tomorrow they are eating. The guy doesn't even know when he has started catching feelings. In some cases, that guy might be somebody's husband. My oh my. And then one day he will mistakenly call his girlfriend the lady's name. Say, what is, sorry, I don't know. He just crossed. Who is Gladys? Who is Gladys? You see what meal, maybe I'm thinking too much. But Omar calls from Uniport. Hello, Omar. Oh my. I've lost that call. Call back if you can. The questions I'm asking is, do you take meal breaks at work? What is the source of your food? Do you buy it at the canteen if you have? Do you bring from home? Or do you order online and it's delivered to your doorstep? And do you agree with the study that meal breaks help team members get more productive? The numbers are called at 0817 923 0002. 0817 923 0003. WhatsApp is 080 903 06416. If and when you call, please turn off your radio so we can have a smooth conversation. Richard Biragbara on Facebook, where we are live, says, my wife gives me food from the house. Your wife is a wise woman, my dear. Your wife is a wise woman. Take it from me. She knows what she's doing. She's not just protecting your stomach. There might be other things. Maybe, just maybe. Well, let me just leave it there. You have an amazing wife. I can tell you that for free. All right, over to WhatsApp. Good morning, Mr. Sam. Good morning to you. Meal at work makes me agile and motivated. Though I bring my meal from my house to the office, a satisfied stomach enhances work performance. Thank you, Moses Bina. Thank you very much, Moses. Now, while I agree with you, Moses, I have to admit, there was a particular time, there's somewhere I used to work, right? And we had lunch breaks. I think ours was at the time from 1. I noticed, and this is maybe just me, I don't know for others, that when I go for lunch break and come back, I start sleeping. From morning till that lunch, I'm agile, I'm active, I'm okay. But once I just go and have that food and, go back to my desk, before there's this lull. It's almost, I just kind of noticed that it was a pattern. I didn't tell anybody because obviously to make me seem like I was lazy and unproductive. But I just noticed the pattern of, okay. So I don't know, am I the only one? Does anybody else feel this? And then I started to do all the important things that I needed to do before lunch. In fact, sometimes I decided to skip lunch because I didn't want to be the person caught sleeping on their desk. So yeah, that is my story. And I'm sticking to it. Good morning, Mr. Sam. Meal breaks at work is very important and crucial. I'm a dry cleaner and I have workers. If my workers don't eat, Mr. Sam, there are chances of them giving Mr. Amechi's clothes to Mr. Jude. Okay. I understand the importance of meal breaks because I don't joke with my stomach. Finally, Mr. Sam, meal breaks improve productivity at work. Okechukwu Michael from Rumigbo. Okay, that's a good one. So you guys have a designated time? Is that how it works with you? Okay. So we seem to be having problems with our phone lines. Apologies for that. I see the calls are dropping. You might have to send your messages to WhatsApp 080-903-06416. 080-903-06416. That is our WhatsApp number. I'll take them on those platforms. Let's hope that this call actually pulls through. Good morning. Taking meal breaks depend on the place of work. I personally disagree with the findings. Management studies have proven, another expert is here, that motivation enhances work. Okoroma Godwin Chooks from Erema community. Okay, thank you very much. JJ is on the phone. Good morning, JJ.
Yes, you said let's try this now.
Yes, so let's do it.
Good. I'm so sorry.
Oh, JJ, you have not. You see the problem? Have you eaten? Have you eaten today?
I just did small thing now.
That means this research is wrong because you are calling me another name.
People say that bird is whatever it is that it used to fly.
Mm.
And my mother also told me that the morning food is the most important food.
Mm-hmm. Oh my!
You see that afternoon food,
the lunch. Okay, there's definitely a problem with the network. JJ, I apologize. It was breaking, but now I can't hear you at all. Hopefully it gets better. But please send your messages to WhatsApp 080-903-06416. 080-903-06416. You can also send them to any of our platforms where we are live, Facebook or Twitter at Nigeriainfo PH. I think JJ was about to say that he does not agree with that study. But something else to look at, because I'm thinking if we're just based on mathematics, right? If everybody goes for lunch for 1 hour, 12 to 1 or 1 to 2, and you decide to invest that 1 hour into your work, how does a person who did not work for an entire, you get an extra hour. So how are they more productive than you are? Those who don't go for meal breaks have a few reasons to validate their position. One, overwhelming workload. So there's a lot of work. You know your work. If there's a lot on your table, it might not make sense to leave for an entire hour. Some people want to clear the backlog. The second reason is some people don't even understand why it's important. They've heard the CEO talk about how he started hustling from 25 and he took no days off. They always glorify not resting. If you want to be like me, it's not going to be easy. I worked my socks off. I worked hard. I did not play. Meal breaks, you get meal breaks. Sometimes I don't even know if that's motivational. So some of those people are trying to be like their bosses or be like their mentors. And they say, no, if he didn't do it, I will not do it. Then finally, you have religious reasons why you might not eat. So maybe a person is fasting, At different times, Muslims have a fast, Christians do as well. And so that works. And some just feel guilty. oh, let me not go and eat now, take break like others. They would think, let me stay at my desk. Let me be the diligent one, the one who's different. Let's see if the calls would work now. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Okay.
Yeah, Sam.
Yes, JJ, welcome back.
I want to disagree with those who said when they don't go on break that they will have production. That thing is counterproductive.
How?
Why do you think that international oil companies, multilateral companies, and all those give people even money for vacation? They take their family abroad, you go to a new place, you come back, and your body is like you are renewed. You understand me?
I'm trying
So
to.
those that design that, I don't think they don't like production. I know a company, IOC, that give break for 2 hours. You eat, yes, 2 good hours from 12 to 2. I've been there, so I know. At the time, I felt they are wasting their time, but as soon as the people resume, because you have that time to eat, and before you go to the canteen to eat, you don't come with your safety boots, the slippers, or no. The laws are there. You must go, remove your coverall, wear good shoes, wear good clothes before you can access that canteen.
JJ.
It's not just something that you just leave when you're working and you just come with all Anglo, body dirty. You can even take your bath before you come.
JJ.
And you have enough time to go to your room, rest before that 2 hours expire, and you go back to work.
JAJ.
Yes.
Let me ask you.
I'm
Right?
listening.
And let's look at this from a common sense perspective. You and I have a project. We have limited time to execute the project.
Yes.
You take 2 hours every day to go on break. Let's say we work at that company, right? You take 12 to 2 every day to go and bond and eat. I refuse to take the break and invest those 2 hours in that project. Who do you think will come out with the result faster?
Sam,
Yes?
you will not get more production.
Wha-
Do you know
why?
how the body system works? At the time you begin to do one thing over and over, thinking you will get this, and at the end of the day, those that eat and come back, they will have more energy than you.
My
You already
brother,
worn
is
out.
it your
Let's go back
body?
to thinking.
Is it which one? Do you know how the body system works? Is it not my body
No,
system?
Sam, let me tell you something. There was a day we were on site and we're having very serious problems joining 2 pipes together.
Okay.
We did all we could, no way. And I called my boss. I said, sir, let's pull out. Let's leave this thing. By the time we left it, before I came back the next day, we are through with the job. We would have even slept there. See, let me also tell you conclusively before I go, there's a Korean company we worked with.
Okay.
Anytime they have a problem, they go for coffee break and have a whiteboard in their offices, analyze the problem, come back bigger, and solve that problem immediately.
So what was the idea that they got while eating? What was this?
You are under pressure. You're under pressure. You leave yourself and go back, come back bigger and better. One question.
Yeah, so there are more questions. I have had a situation where every time I take a meal break, when I come back to work, I start feeling sleepy. Have you been in that position?
That is you. Maybe you don't have much on your table. As you're even eating that meat, chewing it, picking your teeth, you're thinking of how best to do that thing because you already have situation at hand.
Okay.
Take a break, step back a bit, think again before you come back.
Okay.
You'll solve that problem.
Are there certain kinds of foods that you should avoid when taking meal breaks at the office?
Any type of your food, any type, your favorite food, eat it, eat apple, eat anything.
You should not be eating apple at that time, now, JJ.
Eat anything you like.
Okay. Thank you very much. So JJ is a proponent for this. He believes in it. Well, thank you very much for calling. I have a few comments on WhatsApp. Well, since our phone lines were acting up. Sam, good morning. I do experience the same thing, like sleeping after lunch. It's not just me. I can't be the only one at that table. Thank you. We are two. Oh, you didn't put your name here because I'm starting a WhatsApp group. Those that sleep after lunch. But if I don't go for break, I won't sleep. Why? I used to think I was lazy. You are not lazy, my dear. I don't know what it is, but it's not laziness. Since I've been there, let us enjoy it together. Victor from Rumukrushi, good morning.
Okay, Sam, just like what, very fast, just like what Gary did. If you spend time to rest, you help the brain to calm down and rethink, and rethink very well.
Really?
That is why in our training as drivers, the road safety ask you to spend at least 15 minutes to rest. It helps the brain to grow back, to think very well. So from what he's saying and the analysis is very, very right.
Mr. Victor.
I think... Okay.
Hello?
I'm listening.
What religion do you practice?
Christian.
Good. You're a Christian. So that means at some point in your life, you have done fasting and prayer.
Yes.
Good. So on days where you are fasting, are you telling me that you are not productive at work? Because you have to work now.
Fasting are, if you ask me, in fasting, when you go to, you want to use fasting as an illustration, fasting has types. Fastings are type by type.
Okay.
The
Which type do you do?
That you is the mere fasting. You understand? You can't compare the fasting that you give up the body, peaceful and body to like the mere fasting. Fastings are type by type. There are fasting you can do when you are working.
Okay.
There are hunger strike fasting.
Okay.
There are different types of fasting. There are fasting that you can do when you are working.
All right.
There are fasting that you spend time, you lock down yourself, you kill everything. In short, you lock your phone, you off everything. In short, you disconnect yourself with every other person.
Okay.
So there are different types of fasting.
All right.
But what I'm saying here, it all has to do with brain. When you spend time to rest, you help the brain grow back.
All right. Thank you very much, Victor. Hunger strike fasting. I'm definitely going to put that down. I like the way it sounds. Okay. Still on WhatsApp. Greetings, Sam, and welcome to our show. Oh, nice. We have a show. We don't have lunch break. However, there's a period of the day that work traffic tends to reduce. Before now, I do hope and fish. What is hope? Oh, I think you're trying to say bole. But now I do snacks, and sometimes I come with food items from home and prepare them in the office. The research is spot on. It increases productivity very well. Lots of people are loving this one. Some work environment is stressful, especially with demanding bosses, and having lunch break helps to ease the stress. David from Caesar. Piece of advice, if you're going to gossip over lunch, be careful what you say. The walls in the office have ears. Good morning, Oracle. A heavy radioactive element is present inside the rock called Bermuda Triangle. Okay, you're responding to my intro. Break at work makes workers more productive, improves workers' health, and enhances their efficiency. Some people like you, that your profession is sedentary. Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean? It's unhealthy to sit for 1 hour. Bankers and other. Bamidele, please. I won't take that. What is sedentary about this energy I'm giving on radio? I'm sitting in one spot though, but please. Ohaji says, meal breaks depend on your kind of work. I sleep heavily after lunch, so I do my best, most of my work before lunch break. Regards from Stanley. And my final comment, it says, just as a car needs fuel, the human body needs food to function effectively, especially at the workplace. I rest my case. There's a difference between fasting and hunger strike. Indeed, there is. Well, thanks for being a part of this. This is where the curtain falls. It is important to have those meal breaks. We didn't need the research to tell us, but for the purpose of conversation. But I do think that there are people who may not take the break that, would make the most of the time. So do what is best, within the purview of what you're allowed to be productive at work. Stay with us.
Stay with us. Nigeriainfo. We'll be back.
Looking for ways to save your data?